In a crowded train station, you accidentally lock eyes with a stranger. Your heart skips a beat. You immediately look at your shoes, or your phone, or the floor. It feels like an instinct, a sudden jolt of electricity that demands you look away. But why is a simple connection of vision so profoundly uncomfortable? The real answer is far stranger than simple shyness. It lies in the deep, ancient architecture of your brain. For the vast majority of human evolution, prolonged eye contact meant one of two things. It was either a precursor to an immediate physical attack or a prelude to deep, intimate social bonding. There was rarely a middle ground. Your brain still operates on this prehistoric binary code. When you meet a stranger's gaze, your amygdala, the ancient, walnut-sized threat detection center in your brain, lights up like a wildfire. It isn't judging the person. It is assessing a potential threat. Researcher Dr. Nicholas Gagan has studied the psychology of social interaction for decades. His findings suggest that eye contact increases physiological arousal, forcing your heart rate to climb. You aren't just looking at someone. You are physiologically preparing for a confrontation or a collision. Think about the last time you walked down a busy sidewalk. You likely performed a complex, subconscious dance of gaze aversion to avoid these exact moments of high arousal friction. You scanned the horizon, focused on distant objects, and only looked down when someone approached. You were effectively muting the world to keep your nervous system in a state of calm. But why does it feel so specifically, uniquely human to avoid this? It is because of the sclera, the white part of your eyes. Most primates have dark sclera, which hides where they are looking. Humans have evolved massive, bright white sclera. It acts like a neon pointer, broadcasting your attention to everyone in the room. When you look at someone, you are sending a loud, nonverbal signal. You are telling them, "I see you, and I am watching you." In the ancestral savanna, this was a massive advantage for cooperative hunting. It allowed us to communicate intent without making a sound. But in a modern world filled with thousands of strangers, it is a sensory nightmare. Your brain is being bombarded with thousands of "I am watching you" signals every single day. So, you do the only thing you can to keep your sanity. You look at the ground. You look at your phone. You create a digital wall to stop the biological input. Consider the work of Dr. Alan Fridlund, who argues that every facial expression, including your gaze, is a social signal meant to influence others. When you look away, you aren't just avoiding a person. You are actively signaling that you are not a threat and that you wish to be left alone. It is a silent, polite negotiation that happens thousands of times a day. Without this subtle dance, society would be a cacophony of misread signals and constant conflict. We evolved to live in groups of no more than 150 people. We evolved to know everyone we passed on the path. Today, you pass 1,000 people who are total strangers. Your brain treats each one as an uncalibrated social interaction. No wonder you feel exhausted after a long day in a crowded city. Your biology is working overtime to interpret signals that were never meant for such a scale. So, the next time you feel that sudden, sharp urge to look at your shoes when someone walks toward you, don't feel ashamed. You aren't being rude. You are simply a human being trying to navigate a world that your ancestors could never have imagined. You are protecting your peace in a world that is constantly asking for your attention. Tonight, as you look across a crowded room, remember that your eyes were designed for connection, but your brain was designed for survival. Sometimes, the most human thing you can do is to simply look away.